9:45 p.m. The name's Lawton. Jake Lawton. Say life is like a box of chocolates. Or was it a bowl of cherries? Anyhow, if you're not careful, life could turn out to be the absolute pits.
Extra. Read all about it. Telephone strike. It's third week. Another close call from MacDougall. Hey, mister. Want a paper?
What's the damage?
That'll be 4 cents.
You're a darn kid. Keep the change. I'm feeling generous tonight.
Gee, thanks, mister. I almost got enough money saved up to go to the picture show on Saturday.
So what are you going to see?
I gotta see the next episode of Vigilante and the new gangster movie, Kiss of Death.
Come here, kid. Let me give you some advice. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a gift. A present. So don't go looking no gift horse in the mouth if you know what's good for you. Nobody gets a free ride in this concrete jungle where dreams are made of, kid. So you best work hard, keep your nose clean, and watch your back. Don't forget, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Now put an egg in your shoe and beat it, kid. Amscray.
Sure thing, mister. Extra. Read all about it.
Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. One thing you gotta learn about this city. Nobody gives a rat's ass about anyone else. They're all just trying to survive out here, like anyone else. There ain't even a chance in hell one of these folks will give you their time of day. And if they do, it's just for their own selfish benefit. Yeah. That's just life here in the naked city. One of 8 million stories, each as distinct and memorable as the next. Most of them ain't even worth the time being told a second time. Now, the story you're about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent. So if you got some time to kill and got nothing else better going on for the next little while, stick around. "2:45 p.m. Thought I'd catch up on some paperwork from the last case. As they say, crime never sleeps. I'll never forget the way she looked that day when she first set foot in my office. I could tell the moment she walked into my life that deep down in the pit of my stomach, that dame was going to be trouble. With a capital T.
Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
Come on in, the water's fine. That dame had legs for days, months, years even, an eternity of legs. It was a pleasure to make their acquaintance. It filled up this nightmare existence of mine like a long drink of water, an oasis in the desert of my life. What can I do for you, ma'am?
You don't know what it's like being a woman looking the way I do.
You don't know how hard I'm looking.
My eyes are up here. I'm looking to engage the services of a private detective. Mr. Lawton, is it?
They say truth is beauty, and if looks could kill. I say with a face like hers, she could make me believe anything. Sell me some swampland in Florida, or even get away with murder for all I know. You got it, Pontiac. And by the way, you can just call me Jake.
Jake it is then. I hesitate to share this with a complete stranger, but I have a feeling we're like kindred spirits. Like I can somehow trust you to be discreet. Would you agree?
You can count on me to do whatever it takes. No matter what I have to go through or over or under to get the job done, sweetheart. I'll do my level best to protect you and your interests. Might have to bust a few heads here and there and break a few rules, but I'll break them in your favor. My track record shows I took the blows and did it my way.
That sounds swell, Mr. Sinatra. Mr. Law, Jake. I appreciate your candor and discretion in this matter. My name is Laurel Scarlett. Now, I'm what you call a chanteuse, a torch singer over at this little neighborhood nightclub. You might have heard of it, the Copacabana.
The hottest spot this side of Havana? My sure thing. As a matter of fact, Tony the bartender there is a good pal of mine.
Tony is the nicest fellow a girl could meet. He looks after me too. He calls me Lola for short, so I use it as my stage name now, Lola Fontana.
Tony sure is one class act. And sounds like you got it made, so what brings you here, dollface?
I'm afraid it's quite embarrassing, to say the least. I suffer from amnesia and I can't recall anything from my days gone past. Did I live a good life? Was I the victim of some cruel circumstance? Who's to say?
I'm sorry to hear that, sugar. So no memories whatsoever, huh? Must be rough.
My fiancé, Damien, once consoled me saying that memory is nothing more than a treacherous monster. You may forget, but it never does. It keeps things for you or hides things away from you and summons them up with a will of its own. You may think you have a memory, but ultimately, the memory has you.
All I heard was fiancé. Of all the joints and all the towns and all the world, she walks into mine. If I had a dime for every time I fell for a dame, I'd be a millionaire.
Jake? Mr. Lawton? Are you all right? You look a little shell-shocked.
Frankly, Miss Scarlett, I don't know what came over me. It must have been some residual battle fatigue or something.
You served in the war, Jake?
Just got back from my second tour of duty overseas 3 years ago.
Air Force or Navy?
Army, actually. Private first class, Lawton. 35th Infantry in Normandy, ma'am. You wouldn't believe the things I saw there, but enough about me. That's a story for another time. Let's get back to you, doll. Now, you got a sweet deal going on. Great job, man who loves you. What's the crime in that?
I feel like I haven't lived a good life. It's bad. Worse than you can know.
You know, that's good. Because if you actually were as innocent as you pretend to be, we'd never get anywhere.
Well, if you must know, I'm not sure I can completely trust my benefactor, Count Damien. And I was wondering if you could run a background check on him. That's Count Damien Thorne with an E.
It didn't half bother me that she was engaged. If it didn't bother her none, there'd still be a glimmer of hope. Snowball's chance in hell that we... Thorne with an E, huh? Sounded like a run-of-the-mill prick to me. You don't say. Well, I'm gonna need a retainer. Half the money up front for expenses and incidentals, and the rest payable upon delivery of the information. Does that meet with your satisfaction?
Sounds fair, Jake. Would $100 be sufficient? Then we have an agreement. Meet me tomorrow night after my first set of the Copacabana Lounge, around 8:45, and I'll make a personal introduction for you to Damien.
8:45 tomorrow at the Copa. It's a date. I'll see you around. In the meantime, if you need me, just call. You You know how to make a call, right? Just take your finger and make little circles.
Roger that, detective.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
In all the unfamiliar places.
Nah, I'll just see you in the funny papers. Then she just disappeared without a trace. It's all just a dream. Some figment of my imagination run amok? Or is this the beginning of some beautiful friendship? Ah, snap out of it. So I decided I was going to take a bite out of the Big Apple. Hit the streets to find out what they knew. Trouble was, though, the streets around here are hard enough to hit back.
Olá, Jake. Como é que é? How are you doing? Long time no see. What you doing here in that weeknight? You looking for somebody?
I'm on the clock, Tony. Just got back from the morgue, digging up some dirt on some chump. Oh, boy, my dogs are tired. Girl never sleeps, you know, neither do I. Another day, another dime. So when do you clock out around here?
The boss has us an exclusive contract. 8 to 4.
Well, so Frank Costello's still calling the shots around here, huh?
Nah, some new guy named Jules Fatale. Anyway, ¿qué puedo hacer por ti? Name your poison, mi amigo.
Yeah, give me a shot of King's Ransom straight up.
Oh, wait a minute. Weren't you like... I thought you were in a wagon in those 12-step programs or something?
Nah, wheels fell off that wagon a long time ago and I realized the big book just wasn't for me. I need a different kind of pep in my step, if you know what I mean.
I hear, boss. Coming right up. There you go. Arriba, abajo, al centro y al dentro.
Down the hatch. Salute, amigo. When is Lola going on again?
She's on a break right now. If you want to get a good spot down in front, I'd hurry. It fills up very fast when she is headlining. Es una bomba de chica.
Once upon a time, there was a girl who dreamed a million dreams of time as it was, a perfect life so real, would set her heart aflame true love. Fortune and fame, but dreams are only lies. They do come true. I cry a million tears, so alone and blue. No matter how I try, down deep inside, peace dies.
Put your hands together one more time, folks. Let's hear for the incomparable chanteuse, the one and only Miss Lola Fontana.
Is the seat taken, stranger?
Ay caramba. She was even more beautiful than I recalled. All dolled up for her opening set. Take a load off, sweetheart. It's quite a set of pipes you got on you there. Get you something to wet your whistle?
I'll have...
The lady and I will take a bottle of your finest French champagne.
Cordon Rouge, 1929. Coming right up, Mr. Thorne.
In walked Damien Thorne, pale as a ghost. Like death warmed over with ice water in his veins. Kind of guy who'd look you in the eye and tell you that he's your best friend while secretly planning to stab you in the back. Or arrange your untimely demise in some unfortunate accident.
Damien, I'd like you to meet an associate of mine, Jake Lawton.
What a chump. I could frame this warthog-faced buffoon easier than the Mona Lisa.
The infamous Mr. Lawton. Your reputation for controversy precedes you, so fine to make your acquaintance.
This Thorne character came in real close. Too close for my liking. With a cold handshake that was limp and clammy as a saltwater fish. His eyes were shooting daggers at me. If looks could kill, I'd be dead in my tracks. But fortunately, I was the one holding all the cards that night. Pleasure's all mine.
Damien, Mr. Lawton is helping me piece together the jigsaw puzzle that I call my past.
Darling, why do you insist on delving into the past when we have such a bright future ahead of us? Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Lawton?
From that steely glare of his, you could tell he had more tricks up his sleeve than a shoplifter in a candy store. Congratulations on your upcoming nuptials, and call me Jake.
How pedestrian. Jake it is.
Ah, smug, self-righteous son of a bitch. The smart thing for me to do now is to shut up, play nice, and focus on the case. I couldn't resist poking the bear. You know, checking this palm tree down for some ripe coconuts. So, when's the happy day, you two lovebirds?
We haven't agreed on a date yet. But if I had it my way, we would...
All in good time, my dear. All in good time.
So, Laurel says you're a count. Like the Count of Monte Cristo or something? Must be swell.
How uncouth. This bull in a china shop really gives no meaning to the word gauche.
Yes, our pedigree dates back to the Middle Ages and comes from continental Europe. Oh, and by the way, it's the Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas.
How did he know about anything? Probably had his bread buttered for him on both sides since the day he was hatched. Pardonnez-moi, I said corrected.
Quelle surprise! Darling, did you hire this character for his witty repartee, or did that come extra?
Now then, boys, play nice. Here's Tony back with our champagne.
There you are, folks. Here it is. Saúde.
To what shall we toast, dearest?
Let me, if I may. To the happy couple. May neither of you ever lie, cheat, or drink. But if you must lie, lie with each other. Death. And if you must drink, don't drink alone. Here's looking at you, kids.
That's very kind of you to say, Jake.
Positively riveting. I was hanging on every word.
Weisenheimer, huh? I'll knock you in the next week and wipe that smug smile right off your face. My pleasure, Miss Scarlett.
If you two would excuse me, I've got to freshen up and get ready for my final set.
I shall count every second we're apart, mon petit chou. A 1, a 2, ah.
Sheesh. Must have bats in his belfry or something. Facts of the case were this. I got half the money up front, the rest payable on delivery of the dirt. Now I had to figure out this lunatic's M.O. The time was running out.
Well, it's been positively scintillating conversation, Mr. Lawton, but I'm afraid duty calls. I have a previous engagement that I must attend to, and so I bid you adieu.
Yeah, sure, I'll be seeing you again real soon. Sayonara.